Hello, this is Spidey1958, and welcome to my Let's Play Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire, Episode 1. We'll play this for a while, see if people are watching it. If so, I will continue with it. If not, I will probably continue the game without doing episodes, because I like it so far. So let's go ahead and create a new game. Boom, 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 boom. And let's do it on Classic Mode, which is the way it's made to be played, and the rest of these I think we will leave it the same. So go ahead and start game. And we get our cutscene here at the beginning. Ooh, I should make sure as soon as we get a chance to adjust the volume level, I will adjust that, because I forgot to do that beforehand, and it's probably going to be very, very loud. So, let's go ahead and watch the cutscene without my voice. Hopefully. Assuming it loads here. Now normally I don't play the full cutscene, but since the game hasn't been out that long and that, we'll actually go ahead and let it play. Yoo-hoo, cutscene. Oh, maybe it skips the cutscene.
A world where mortals live, die, and are reborn through the turning of the wheel. The cycle of reincarnation watched over by the gods, and made possible through pillars of a mystical substance known as Audra. 5 years ago, you traveled from your home to the Deerwood. A nation that had waged war against the incarnated god of light, Aethys, resulting in his destruction. The country suffered from a plague of hollowborn, infants born without souls, that many believed was punishment for killing a god. In an ancient, secluded ruin, you witnessed a secret ritual that inadvertently transformed you into a watcher. One who can see and speak with souls. The ritual also gave you horrible visions, waking nightmares of a past life that threatened your sanity. To put them to rest, you pursued the man who had led the ritual, a seemingly immortal agent of the gods, known as Theos Ix Arcanon. With divine assistance, you confronted and defeated Theos, ending your visions and resolving the Hollowborn crisis. In so doing, you also learned the great secret that Theos had protected. That the ancient empire of Anguith had transformed themselves into gods. Your visions finally put to rest, you retired to the castle of Cadnua, built atop a massive statue of pure Audra, where you ruled in relative peace and prosperity.
That is until... Dun dun dun.
Made a nice story. You fixing up that old keep, lifting the curse. Must have told it 100 times. But something got to gnawing at me. Thinking the spirits there weren't really at rest. That maybe the gods weren't finished with us. I used to dream that when my God came back, he would forgive us. Last the trouble with dreams. Sooner or later, we all have to wake up.
so you wake to a sleepless world, the in-between of life and death. Follow your memories. You have been here before.
You have seen past the shroud. You are a watcher now, and a watcher you will stay.
A watcher sees souls, knows their pasts, and the souls see them back.
A dubious honor, inheriting a fortress both broken and cursed.
What is a god? A higher power? A rewarder of good deeds and punisher of the wicked?
The gods aren't real, but something else entirely. Something created by people.
And did you ever consider that these were things you were never meant to understand? That their comprehension is beyond you?
Yeah, we just have to walk along here.
Let the world see. Let them decide what to do.
And these are scenes that happened in the original, which I never actually finished. I started to
The deal
it.
has
I
turned
never
again,
actually
Watcher. Come.
And loading screens. Don't you just love them? And you really, at this point, can't skip this whenever you create a new character. So.
An aged dwarf shares this strange floating platform with you. His face is creased by so many wrinkles that his features lie buried amid shadowy pockets of skin. Still, the dwarf's well-practiced habits have left telltale tracks of a welcoming rictus across his visage. You can see his smile coming before it blooms, reshaping the dwarf's face from a hanging sack of flesh into something resembling an oddly carved, merry gourd, replete with unhealthy bumps and discolored splotches.
So once again, we walk. I do like the effect of the stuff assembling as you walk on it.
Sit. Please.
So we will sit.
Thank you for joining us, Watcher of Cadnua.
The gaunt woman seated at the table is clad in time-worn black armor that seems too massive for her to move in. A pale, slender neck rises from the gorget, topped by a hollow face. The milky skin stretched across it is delicate and translucent, like parchment that has been scraped clean too many times.
I do like the narrator actually narrating.
She is preoccupied with the arrangement of cards on the table between you. With each movement, her armor squeaks and groans as though bearing an incredible weight. She places a final card, gives a nod of satisfaction, and raises her eyes to meet yours.
Your brush with the divine has drained you of your powers, fractured your memories. Look upon these cards. They represent the courses of your life. You alone know best how they flowed. Arrange them to fit what you remember.
Okay, so I created one which would have been the way I most likely would have answered, but I think for this, we're going to go ahead and either Benevolent Soul, I think we're going to go with Benevolent Soul. So we're going to use that selected
Does
history.
everything appear to be in order? Good. Welcome to the Beyond. I am Barath. One half, anyway.
She points a finger in the direction of the dwarf who led you here. Though the movement is slight, her gauntlet squeaks like a rusty hinge. The dwarf's rictus returns as he nods in the woman's direction.
Tell me, do you remember when we last met?
Okay, let's go ahead and... This little icon means it's from choices made in Pillars of Eternity, so we're going to go ahead and follow that.
You did.
She places a card on the table, showing a tall tower with the gods' constellations arrayed around it in the sky. She places a card in the middle of the arrangement, a bell tower with no bell. Her fingertips slowly drag away from the card, faintly creaking as they retreat across the table.
You had need of the gods once before. Now it seems we have need of you. The being that occupied Odnua's statue beneath your castle was the dead god, Aothus. Of this we are certain. What we do not know is what his intentions are. Though Aothus stole a large fragment of your soul, you were strong enough to survive the onslaught and enter the in-between. You and he are still connected. He has chosen a body made of living Audra, perfused with the power of thousands of souls, including yours. It should be little difficulty for an experienced watcher to find him.
Am I dead?
But neither is your body truly alive. Your lungs draw breath, your heart pumps blood, but your flesh is as soulless as a hollowborn. That is, until I return you.
She delicately places a card upright on the table. The art depicts souls flowing out of a pillar of Audra.
Let's go with the find him as much as you would. He destroyed my castle and killed knows how many people.
I know. It is my business to know. 322 in Cadnua and your surrounding lands. Their souls remain in Aothus still. You have the power to save them. Serve me and I will return you to your body. Or don't, and return to the wheel.
Well, obviously, I want to get the rest of my soul back, so let's go ahead and do that.
Good. Before you return to Aora as my herald, you must remember who you were, the last whisper of life in death.
For a moment, the sockets of her eyes darken, leaving the pits of a death's head gazing out at you.
When you can picture your own face, the Beyond will lead you back to your own kind, to the world of mortals.
Okay. So we're going to go ahead with female here. So next. I tend to like humans, and I'm tempted to stay with humans, so I could go with godlike. And let's stick with human. Let's be boring. Okay, next. Do we want meadow folk, ocean folk, or savannah folk? I sort of like savannah folk. Their might and resolve. Well, that's true. All the humans are might and resolve. Okay, so we'll go with savannah. And we're going to multi-class. It's new. I want to try it. So I think I want to be a chanter fighter. So which do I want first is the question. I think we'll choose fighter as the first class. Let's go ahead and with no subclass since we're going to be a dual class. So knockdown or discipline barrage. Let's go with, good question. Let's go with knockdown. It's the standard for fighters. And second class is going to be a chanter. So as a chanter we could do beckoner, which does more summoning. Now Scald's already a fighter type. Or troubadour. Let's just go with no subclass. I don't know either of these classes that well in the new system, so now let's see. Summon. Increase slash and shock armor ratings. Create a thunderous explosion that stuns and shoves enemies. Reduce armor enemies. Summon skeletons. Drain elast. So I get one invocation and one chant. Okay, so let's let's go ahead and do that for defense. Increase stride and reflex. I like that one. Let's do that one. Tears the life force of all enemies and restore some health. So we'll go ahead and do that. Now comes the hard part, stats. Health and fortitude. Duration. Let's go ahead and increase might too. And we'll put the extra one in resolve. Okay, hopefully that's not too horrible. But like I said, I don't know this fighting system that well. Let's see. So that adds one resolve. Let's go ahead and go with Old Valeria. And now job. Job. That one's a good choice. Artist, colonist, dissident, drifter, hunter, laborer, this will give me +1 streetwise, bluff, and diplomacy. I think we'll go with that one. Basically the daughter of a merchant. Battle axe. I like swords. Saber. Rapier. Oh, this is a C one, so we could do half sword. We could do saber. Yeah, let's go ahead and go with sword. We'll be a sword and board. So we'll take that one and large shield, medium shield, and small shield. What's the difference? This one. Like incoming attacks, completely resisting the attack is successful at cost of recovery time. I think we'll go with a medium shield. Okay. Oh, portrait. Human females. I think we'll go with that one. Colors. I want something more vibrant. I tend to like purple. Let's see, purple. That looks good. And the secondary color. Let's go with that. Skin color's fine. Hair color, we need it more blondish because that's what that is. I think that's a close match. Head. So we have the pre-selects. If you change your hair, I don't quite like that. It should be long and flowing if we're going to match our picture. I think that's as long and flowing as we get. So we have 3 choices of face. And we definitely want this one. Voice. Good question.
Attack! Finish them!
Stand together!
Let's go. My eyes are peeled.
And I have the...
Go for the eyes, Trinket!
For the Everlight!
I'm sorry, but you have to be stopped. You're going down.
Watch closely, darling. Trinket takes point. The rest of you...
Ah! I've got an arrow with your name on it.
I've got your back! All right, I'll go take a look. Yes? I promise to lead with mercy, patience, and compassion.
Let's go ahead and go with that one. And then we have pose. So we have average, heroic, hunched, roguish. I sort of like roguish. Sassy. Very similar. Stoic. Sullen. And drunk. Let's go with roguish. Well, let's go with sassy. Actually, this is sort of a bard, so we'll go with my generic bard name. A mandolin. Okay. I don't know if that's any good, but we've at least got a character. Let's go next.
Go forth now, Watcher, as my herald. Know that I do not give you this title lightly. When the time comes, you will have the power to reveal the souls that cling to you, to open the gateway from the in-between to the waking world. Find Aethys. Learn his plans. When I have cause to talk to you, I will summon you.
With a quick gesture of her hand, you feel a sharp pain in what would be your chest. The pain continues, intruding deeper into your soul. Looking down, you see a small lump of darkness roiling within you. The darkness lingers there, but the pain abates and fades entirely within the span of a few seconds.
A chime. Do not fear, Herald. It will not harm you unless you choose to cross me. I trust it will not come to that.
Her gauntleted hand gestures to the dwarf, hovering nearby. The dwarf nods, contorts his face with his odd smile, and gestures to a new door.
Okay, it looks like we're about to re-enter the world, and I will probably end it at that point. So we basically got a character who I don't know anything about because it's been so long since I even played the original that I'm going to be learning a lot. So, and I will, between episodes, turn down the power, the volume levels. because this probably is a little high. And there we go. Let's wake up here.
The return to your body feels like waking after a fitful drunken sleep. The rocking of the ship sends pain jolting through your limbs. Crashing waves hammer inside your skull. Adair watches over your body with a glazed look, taking long, even tokes from his pipe. At the first movement of your chest, he starts. His gasp, mid-puff, sends him coughing and straining for breath.
No, there's no way. You're awake. What are you doing awake? How are you feeling?
So I can ask who he is. I'll do that,
Hey,
Cinch.
You don't remember?
Adair points at his face, which he seems to be arranging into his most recognizable expression. Receiving no response, he shrugs.
I'm the captain of this boat. And I was real big back in Deerwood. Had this keep called Cadnua. I was famous. And I was what you'd call a watcher. I'd go around talking to dead folks and creeping out just about everyone who saw.
He holds up his hands with fingers curled to mimic claws.
You're just some farmer. Likes to follow me around. Take most of the beating for me when we get attacked. Don't worry, it'll all come back. Ah, see? You remember. Anyway, you didn't answer my question. How you feeling? Alive's a big improvement.
I hate to cast a pall over your recovery, but I'm afraid I have some bad news for you.
The voice echoes from inside the bust. The remains of the steward of Cadnua.
Cadnua has been destroyed. Aethys possessed the statue of Maros Nua and rose from the ground, consuming the souls of all nearby. It is only by the exceptional strength of your soul that you survived. And even then, just barely. The further Aethys withdrew, the weaker you became. We chartered this ship and followed him to the Deadfire archipelago. I know not how, but it seems he has retained a piece of your soul. And proximity to it has brought you back.
How could you know all that? You've been faking on us.
He pokes at your shoulder with one finger.
Misfortunes brewing topside, Magrans fires the captain stirs.
An older man with ale-sour breath rubs his bloodshot eyes and stares at you.
Engrim, the smell of drink on your breath could wake the very dead. Now what's this about?
Pirates. They're demanding parley with you, Captain.
I know this is asking a lot, but you better arm yourself and get on deck. Should be some gear in there.
He indicates a nearby wardrobe.
Okay, we're finally at a point where I can end the video. So as always, if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give me a like or a comment. And if you dislike the video, give me a dislike's fine, but please leave a comment saying what you disliked about the video. As always, this is Spidey 1958, and have fun gaming.